Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Acceptable Losses podcast, where normally Kirioth sends us screaming, crying, pissing, and begging for mercy in some grimdark hellscape. But this time, PancreasNoWork is here, and he's going to do that. But before he does, head to shop.orchid8.com and pick up some of our sweet merch. No, he won't. It's still Kirioth. Whatever. It's early. I'm in the middle of a move. He's here. Doesn't matter. Shut up, Shy. We're doing an episode. Shop.orchid8.com. Be a weeb for Lincoln. You like sci-fi, don't you? I think there's still some coins, some wall scrolls. It's great. Check it out. Kirioth, before you do the episode that I thought Pancreas was doing, tell him about the Patreon.
I mean, I could always send you the script, Pancreas, and you could just blind read it for us.
I'm not gonna lie. The panic I just felt was pretty potent.
No, I read the schedule wrong. Sorry. It says with Pancreas. I thought it said Pancreas doing it. So sorry for the dread that just got put into your soul, Pancreas.
Pancreas is like, oh my god, is this next April?
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Oh no, bro.
Well, funnily enough, when it comes to me hosting things, that's generally what you'll find on the Patreon at patreon.com/acceptablelosses. And if you go there and you support us in a monetary fashion, you get access to episodes early and you get exclusive episodes only available to patrons. We've got 2 more left for this month. We are racking them up. There's a good number on there, and there is quite a vast array of subjects for it as well, from some like Grimm's fairy tales all the way to things like threads, and soon pure existential horror shall be yours as well. Plus, if you follow us, then you'll be able to get threads as a free gift. So head over to patreon.com/acceptablelosses and give us a follow. Give it a look.
Yeah, threads is a gift. Boy, that is a choice of words right there. The episode is a gift. The topic of it is, oh boy, it's worth watching, it's worth listening to, but
big old yikes.
Yeah, a little bit.
So outside of
Pancreas, what are we doing today?
Hey, it's like, that's a wonderful question. I'm in charge, and boy howdy. Oh
my god. Well, I can tell you if you'd like to know, and I'm still looking forward to this. I'm afraid the two of you've got work to do this time. Like, you're not fully off the hook.
Am I singing again?
Oh,
don't worry,
no.
we weren't that mean. We weren't that horrible. No, because today we've got all tomorrows. Now, do you have any knowledge of this particular work before we get started, or is this going to be a complete mystery to you?
Complete mystery. Honestly, it sounded like an episode of Star Trek to me, but I was like, there's no way we're doing one episode on, like, just... No, I don't.
I have been told I have no mouth and I must scream, but galaxy-wide, which sounds utterly horrifying.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's amazing. It's very fun, but boy, is there a lot to get through. So, we're going to start out with a billion-year chronicle of the myriad species and the mixed fortunes of man. So speculative evolution is an exploration into various hypothetical scenarios when it comes to biology in a science fiction sense. Sometimes it's written in line with some literary classics like H.G. Wells' The Time Machine, but in 1981, Dougal Dixon would release After Man. This book was an artistic exploration that hypothesized, how the natural biomes of the Earth would change after humanity vanished. This book would turn the concept of speculative evolution into a more artistic endeavor through a wide range of mediums, including art books and discovery documentary-style shows like The Future is Wild in 2002. You could even consider the Avatar film series to be a form of stylized speculative evolutionary media. The internet has been a goldmine when it comes to these works, including Possum's personal favourite one, which is Dylan Badger's extensive series, Serena, A Natural History of the World of Birds, which is about a domestic canary being placed on a world that results in a multi-million-year evolutionary study. That is the most possum-coded thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, a little bit.
There is, however, one story in the realm of speculative evolution that asked a dark question. What if the evolution faced was not by choice or by time? What if evolution was forced on humanity as a punishment, not just for crimes, but also for curiosity? The curiosity of humanity would lead to its downfall and would result in humanity becoming a curiosity in and of itself. C.M. Kosemen not only asks this question, but also answers it. The twisted imagery of what happens to humanity in All Tomorrows is a dark destruction of humanity as we know it, and we get to watch helplessly as it's reconstructed into something unrecognizable. Though we're not going to view some of these abominations as human, some were forced to remember what they used to be. So today on Acceptable Losses, we're going to traverse a countless amount of time to watch the fall of man and the creatures that rise from the ashes.
Oh, boy. So, look, I know that these episodes are never just a walk through the tulips and sunshiny days, but yikes. Like, them being mutated and, like, malformed and twisted, and then also remembering how they used to be. Oh, man, that's brutal.
Yeah, and those accompanying images sure are, oh my God, that looks wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've got good news for you because Possum has a task. There's no quotes today, except for one at the very end, which is great for you two because it means you don't have to do quotes. The thing is that on the other side of things, you have got to take the pictures that will be supplied as we go through and really take the time to describe in terrible detail what horrors are being presented on the screen. Because this is partly a visual medium, this book, and we're doing an audio medium. And,
not everybody's watching on YouTube, right?
Yep, and Shai will most likely have to censor a good number of them so that some key details will probably be lost anyway. So, Possum has explicitly said, none of this, oh, what is that, or I'm sorry, what, when looking at a picture. You need to look at the remnants of humanity in their eyes and describe exactly what it is that you see.
I mean, I'm still going to say those things, but I will also try to describe in between the, oh God, what is that? I'll try to describe to the best of my ability what I am looking at.
Would you like to go first?
Oh,
or is this
sure,
one just
whatever.
This one just the warm up here? We just get to appreciate this.
I feel like we should both be describing it, right? Like this shouldn't be a we take turns, yeah?
I think that works. Yeah. I mean, let's start with the book cover, just in case that has to be. I mean, I'm looking at it and I feel like there's at least one thing I can see that YouTube probably won't like, but I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. I mean, at least the book cover, they're like humanoid, right? Like obviously their faces are kind of like jacked up, and that thing on the right's hand is very bulbous.
It looks like the webbing between a duck's feet is what that guy's hand is.
Yeah, kinda. Also, it's hard to ignore the middle guy that's doing sort of the T-posing for dominance. It's kind of hard to ignore the weird tendrils coming out of his crotch where any form of genitalia should be.
What, the DNA dick?
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's like I guess there is like a double helix. It's not really a double helix. I thought that was like tattooed on his leg, but I guess it's kind of not, is it?
No, it's hanging out. It's like floating in front of him, it looks like.
Yeah.
Also, the other guy who has a Left 4 Dead witch hands, but with extra fingers, and also the 80 degrees backwards penis.
I thought that was a tail. But yeah, it's kind of
that's a tough one actually. It could be either. It almost looks it's almost got like a
but then he's got that like wispy.
The little tail looks like it's on the front.
Oh yeah, that I was yeah. sometimes size matters, right?
This
Nice,
is
nice,
creative looking, as we can put it.
It
And
looks
it's
like it's from what was that horror book? What is it? Scary Stories to Tell After Dark. It looks like something right out of that.
can I can I make a overall guess as to what many of these designs will look like?
Go for it.
The statement I'm going into this is it looks like Pinhead took the human genome and hit "I'm feeling lucky" on it. Like this,
He hit the randomize all button.
yeah. And it's Pinhead, so it's utterly horrifying to look at. Like if I saw any of these beings, I'm running for my life. I do not. I'm sure they're lovely, but I do not want to. Not to say that they're random, but this is all for a purpose.
Yeah, and their heads are like very insectoid too.
Yes.
So the one in the middle's got that really weird fanned out hairstyle that's just like, yes, you must be crazy.
Makes me want to do a bit of dry brushing on scenery, that hairdo.
Oh, yeah, it's from that brush. You're right. Yep. Don't know why I didn't immediately go to paintbrush. That big no. Yep.
That's how I do buildings. That's just throwing that out there. It's the right shape. Anyway, let's get into humanity itself. So the timeline for this story is vague, and we'll explain why at the very end. But when it comes to a starting point, we're looking at somewhere in the late 2050s to 2300-ish. Humanity would unify under one banner, however resources would begin to grow thin after the global population reached about 12 billion. Something needed to be done, and humanity would look to Mars as a last-ditch effort to save the species. Though the technology to colonize the Red Planet had existed for quite some time, it was unappealing. Life had become comfortable on Earth, but now that humanity was at the brink, it needed to be done. So we're going to start out with humanity on Mars with our first picture of your standard Martian human.
Oof, boy, the human genome did not start off well, did it?
It's just got a strong jawline, that's all.
Yeah. I mean, it's
still like clearly a human.
True. It is still clearly human.
Bricky forehead.
Wow.
Nah, his forehead's not that big, Shy.
Brickies or this guy?
This guy. Yeah, but anyway, obviously human, relatively normal. Artistic liberties aside, is a human, normal.
Yeah. It's. I would. This is human enough. Like my first reaction wouldn't be fear. I've read things like people born on other planets. Hypothetically, like there's gonna be all sorts of wacky things with that because of different gravity and atmosphere composition. So, but this is still human.
Yeah. Brown hair.
That's fair. Yeah.
Hazelish eyes. Yeah. Human.
Yeah.
Human.
Almost a normal lad. And that's the last of those you're going to see for quite some time. So
Phenomenal.
something that was unexpected about moving to Mars was how long it would take to terraform the red planet. It would take centuries of experimentation, including the forced collision of comets, to bring underground water to the surface. Slowly, flora and fauna from Earth, modified to survive in the new atmosphere, would be introduced, and finally, one-way fusion rockets packed to the rafters with colonists would land. As time would go on, the more damaging industries of Earth would turn their eyes to Mars and view it as an opportunity to continue what they'd done for centuries, but now without much fear. They would be messing up Mars, not Earth. This period of several hundred years would be known as the terrestrial heyday. Earth would flourish economically and culturally, while Mars would suffer. I mean, corporation's going to corporation, aren't they?
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds like the most Earth thing ever, or like the most American thing ever. Just awful corporation sees new thing that they can bleed dry for their own profit, and golly gee, I guess we're going to do it.
For the slightest bit of leave the $1 billion corporation alone, madame. If you're gonna set up awful, horrible factories and just ruin the landscape, you might as well do it on a planet that's not like Earth. But also,
yeah, but don't
if they're
don't they?
terraforming it anyways, that really does seem like making a painting and then pissing all over it. It's like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
And aren't they just gonna do it on both planets and just ruin them both? Because it's not like the corpse gonna be like, oh guys, don't worry, we're not gonna do it on Earth anymore. We're just gonna fuck over Mars. They're just gonna fuck them both over, right?
I mean, it seems like they did shift enough of it over to Mars to keep Earth relatively pristine, but it's that thing of you've spent centuries experimenting here. You've spent centuries doing this, and you're now ruining it for reasons.
At any point in the last, 300 years, you could have moved over when it was still red dirt and nothing else. Now that it's, nice and clean, let's ruin it.
And populated.
and populated.
Animals.
Pollution isn't the same if you know you're not giving someone lung cancer.
It takes all the joy out of it.
Yeah.
Why even bother at that point? So in time, the humans on Mars would begin to diversify, forming their own independent culture and society. They would refer to themselves as the Martian Americans or the Marinerian. Oh my God. You know what? There's a couple of words in this one that I've practiced and I still couldn't get. Marinerians.
Wow. Yeah, I guess because it's going for Martians, but it's like, so it'd be Marianarians?
But
I first saw that and I was like,
extra bits.
I was like,
it's impossible.
Maninrians? Like, what? That is a word and a half.
Yeah, I
I
know
it's I can't even.
I know it's not creative,
Marinarians.
But trying to say this is making me realize, damn, there's a reason we just say Martians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just say Martians? Yeah.
we're gonna stick with Martians. I appreciate the effort from Kosemen here, but that short circuits my brain in a way that very few words do.
It's part of your punishment. Like, it's not just the people in the book being punished. It's like, you're reading this. Read the word, idiot. Read it.
That stinks of something that was never supposed to be said out loud, and no consideration was given for that. Well, the division between the Martians and the humans of Earth would become more and more dramatic as years would drag on. It would start as a silent schism that would form into more of a Cold War. Martian culture would be steeped in the ideas of revolution and separation from Earth, and the bounty of resources on Mars compared to Earth was seemingly endless. By the year 3000-ish, Mars would ban non-essential trade with Earth. The stripping of access to the planet would end the terrestrial heyday in a catastrophic manner. It would decimate the resources on Earth while also collapsing the economy, and Earth would respond with force. And the civil war between Mars and Earth was absolutely brutal. Earth would destroy Phobos, resulting in the shattered moon raining down onto the surface, while Mars would counter with a polar impact that would kill 1/3 of its population. The war was fought with automatons, maximizing damage and prolonging the conflict. Lovely.
God, can we? Did you say Earth destroyed Phobos simply because they knew the remnants would just fall on Mars and hopefully just annihilate them?
I mean, why bother with a nuke when a comet will do the same thing?
That's crazy.
This is... So far, it's kind of reminding me of, Marathon lore, which is cool.
Oh, man, Marathon got you too, huh?
No, I've never played the new one. I mean, just OG Marathon lore.
Oh, okay. I never played it. I only know the newish one.
Yeah.
Because it has its icy grip around Bricky's brain.
It really does.
A lot.
Before every recording. Hey guys, I was playing Marathon and it reminded me of this thing because Marathon's so great. Didn't realize how great it would be. Boy, Marathon. All right, Bricky, we get it.
Also, I did just look up for reference how big that is, and that is 7 miles worth of debris that is raining down on Mars on account of Phobos blowing up.
Oh,
it's not the moon, but that's not an insubstantial amount of rock.
No, that's rough.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, by its conclusion, 8 billion lives on Mars and Earth would be lost, and both cultures would be facing inevitable extinction. Way to go, lads.
Yeah, that makes sense when you're using busted up comets, and polar impacts. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a extinction level event.
It's almost like that's a bad idea or something. But you know, if there's nothing that humanity doesn't like, it's a good war. Love a good war. Every now and again, you just got to get out of the system and apparently blow the shit out of each other to an insane degree.
That's strong a little too topical.
Hard times and all that.
little too relevant right now. Don't like that.
Yeah, I said it and then immediately felt slightly sad. So peace had to be forced. Peace had to be forced to keep humanity alive, and both planets would form the Survival Committee that had the express interest of preserving humanity by whatever means possible. They would create a new race of humanity, a post-human species with greater intellect and genetic superiority. Something that was highly adaptable, something that could colonize, something that could carry the torch of humanity without being snuffed out by petty conflict. This race would be known as the Star People, and in order for them to survive, the former shell of humanity would have to die. The populations of Earth and Mars would be sterilized so that they could raise the Star People without fears of tampering. The majority would find this to be a sound decision, and as the Star People rose, the original human race would fade into nothingness.
I feel like we've immediately gone to insanity. Oh, it was a hard right into Crazy Town. What?
Yeah. That's a lot.
There's some swervage. Yeah, for sure. But writing was on the wall. They'd ruined everything. They had annihilated a good chunk of Earth and Mars. 8 billion people dead. Given that the population on Earth, like a few hundred years before, was 12 billion, a loss of 8 billion, and presumably a ton of your
resources.
Resources, crops, animals, just all the stuff that you need to keep a big population alive on either planet. It doesn't actually sound, admittedly, the creation of an entirely new branch of humanity is a bit wild, but the whole facing extinction thing, I can absolutely see that bit for sure.
I was going to say, if you have the technology to literally make star people who are more advanced, more adaptable, and just straight up better humans, like you couldn't save humanity. You couldn't.
I'm not even going that far. Mine is just why I don't think I feel like they didn't need to sterilize everyone.
Well, yeah. I love the way you just casually. I don't think they need to sterilize. You're right. You're right.
There's just an incredible level of self-realization, perhaps, where everyone that's left is like,
maybe we are the worst.
I feel like we might be collectively not good at this whole existing around each other thing, it turns out. So
are we the
maybe...
baddies?
Yeah.
Also, Star People look... Oh, God, Star Child. Sheesh. Fuck you, Mass Effect 3. The Star People, they still look vaguely human. They got kind of bigger, bulbous heads, and they look like they're kind of tripped out and having a little bit of the old... they went to go visit old Mary Jane, Juana. But, still vaguely human. Kind of long necks, but, nothing too crazy yet.
Remind me to never take the Mary Jane you have. Oh, God, what? But I agree they're still mostly human, but
they look stoned out, dude. They look like they just greened out.
All right, and zooming in, I can kind of see it.
Thank you.
It's the slightly droopy eyelids, isn't it? It's just
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Humanity
and like the kind of worried furrowed eyebrow a little bit, where it's just they're kind of you get it. You get it.
I mean, I'd be worried if I knew I'd been created because the people who came before me had nuked themselves into oblivion. Like, wow, this is the legacy. Cool.
Thanks. Shy. And, it's there's a new humanity. I man, 2.5 is out.
Yeah.
Well, the Star People would complete the attempts to expand outward from Earth and Mars that humanity failed at, and within only a few generations, not only Earth and Mars would be unified, but the majority of the solar system would be colonized. They would accomplish rapid colonization with fast, semi-sentient ships that would be shot towards star systems that were programmed to terraform when they found celestial bodies. The terraforming process would include the ability to rebuild Star People from genetic information stored in the programming. Unfortunately, this would affect their development in some way. Those Star People that were born of the machines would view the machines as their true creators, and their growth would be stunted. Meanwhile, those who spread out directly from the Milky Way without the full usage of these machines would be able to fully colonize one full spiral arm of the galaxy while remaining connected. This would begin the Summer of Man. And surely nothing could go wrong from this point on. They're doing well.
Yeah, they're doing well. Also, the Summer of Man, they're Star People. Come on, humanity is done. There's a Star People. They're not human anymore.
My money is on Star People Civil War.
Well, my money is on Star People finding something they shouldn't and handling it very poorly.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, let's carry on, you'll find out. So, contact between such a huge swathe of Star People would be consistent and instantaneous. Connectivity assured survival and the development of new technologies, and, of course, colonization would continue. This would involve the eradication of alien flora and fauna and replacing it with stuff originally derived from Earth. They would, of course, continue to explore these worlds they were colonizing, and one particular planet would change everything. On the surface, they'd find fossils that they'd call Pandaravis pandora. This fossil was peculiar for one specific reason. It was a descendant of a therizinosaur, which is an Earth dinosaur. This stood out because its bone structure was calcium-based, while all the alien creatures on this planet had copper-based skeletons. Some would view this as evidence that the original humans and life on Earth was evidence of divine creation. Others, however, feared something far worse. Something may have created life in this galaxy, seeded it throughout, something far older than humanity. A fear of conflict with something beyond comprehension began to grow, and many of the colonies of Star People would begin to research weaponry and defenses in case whatever gave life to this galaxy returned, including, by the way, the technology to destroy stars. Unfortunately, the ones preparing for the worst would be right, and their weapons would be entirely useless when they encountered the Q.
Oh no, not Q! Whoa.
Oh.
I am assuming
Off
this is the Q.
All right.
Yep.
So, the main one, the main guy looks like a praying mantis crossed with both like some deep sea like scuttlefish looking thing and the Cloverfield monster.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's got like four I don't know, they kind of remind me of like,
Wings?
those they're wings. They're like these fleshy wings, but it's like kind of what you would imagine from like I don't want to say biblically accurate angel, but like there's something like biblical about the way the four wings are placed. But it's obviously just this big fleshy insectoid thing, and it's got one main tentacle for its body that appears to be wrapped around a flamethrower.
Yeah,
that
looks about right.
Something along those lines, and
Yeah.
that we have the that classic, I forget the name of it, but the drawing of the guy.
Vitruvian man.
There we go. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got his two little helpers.
Yeah, they're two little like flying bug things. One looks
Yeah.
like it's a balloon, and the other one kind of looks like a. I don't know why, but I immediately thought of like an amoeba, but it's not really an amoeba or anything cellular like that. It's really insectoid, kind of crustacean-like.
That's kind of what I meant when I was like, it's good, like the deep sea fish kind of looking
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah. It's weird.
Extremely. Well, the Q were a hive-mind who existed for
Good
billions of years. And they're nomads from another galaxy that had the ability to control the material world. Their power was complemented with incomprehensibly advanced nanotechnology that allowed them to alter organics with ease and to travel across star systems with impossible speed. Their power resulted in religious dogma, and they viewed themselves as the shepherds of the galaxy, or the universe even, with a mission, remaking said universe as they saw fit. They became blinded in this self-imposed mission, and when they returned to the Milky Way, they were disgusted. They saw the Star People attempting to alter and control reality against the Q's will. This was an affront to their mission, and the Star People, obviously, needed to be punished.
Ooh. Don't you just love it when an all-seeing, all-powerful race comes back and be like, how did you not know to do this thing we didn't tell you not to do? Now we're punishing you. That's bullshit, man.
How dare you interfere with this thing you didn't know existed? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Look,
thanks, guys.
We
Just
can
give us a warning.
We can alter the DNA of anything we look at as we see fit. You do it for survival, and you're going straight to super hell.
Well, in less than 1,000 years, the Q would destroy or warp almost every star person colony across the galaxy. They would find that the Star People wiped out the original ecologies on these worlds they created billions of years prior, and they felt that this needed to be punished even more. The punishment was simple, at least to the Q. They would restructure the genetic makeup into new flora and fauna to populate these worlds while destroying any semblance of their technology or culture. A fate worse than death. Some of the Star People would live meaningless lives, others would be pets, and the worse off would be used as filtration systems that retained their sentience.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's kind of explaining the cover of the book now. Why a couple of them look vaguely like dinosaur heady.
Yeah, that's not great. Oh, yeah, living out the rest of your life as a sentient filtration system that remembers what it's like to be a star person that could traverse. Oh, man.
Yeah, I was wondering, too, like, what is, as this was starting and, the Star People, it's like, so this is all very intentional. There's purposes here, right? Like this, whether or not you agree with, OG humanity all needed to go. I understand what the vision is of why they're all the genetic modifying, and I was wondering, what is the benefit of dinosaur face? There is no benefit. That is the punishment.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's honestly dinosaur face, and the people on the cover got off easy.
Yeah, they're not an air vent.
Yeah, they're not a sentient toilet bowl. So that's great for them. This and 6 out of 10 Twitch. Wow, you think my Twitch streams are 6 out of 10? That's
above average.
Holy shit! Are you sure you didn't mean to put a minus in front of that 6?
Have some faith. Have some faith in yourself.
It's shy. That she gave me more than a 1 out of 10 is wild.
My favorite of your Twitch streams are when you get ambushed by me or Possum with terrible news, like Liv Morgan's released a new single. Those are my favorites.
Oh, don't put that. Listen, this is already a grimdark enough thing, man. We don't need to talk about that, and we don't need to go off on a wrestling tangent either. So let's just reel this thing back in with the fishing line. And
also, DK, I'm afraid it's on the IGN scale, so that is basically a 1 out of 10.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's about what I expected then. Cool. Yep.
Well, in a move that is only marginally worse than that new Liv Morgan single, the Q would dominate these new humans for 40 million years before vanishing and leaving these monstrosities behind without a master, along with monolithic statues dedicated to their total galactic dominance. And 40 million years! It's a hilarious number. It shouldn't be, because it's really grim, but it's just, it's so long to spend, just fucking with people because you're annoyed with them. That is generational hatred. That is incredible.
It's both incredibly excessive, but almost kind of makes sense, because if you're traversing galaxies and whatnot, the scale is so incomprehensible that of course they're going to do it for 40 million years.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
I'm
billions of years old. 40 million is nothing. It's just
I was about to say,
blink,
like,
it's over.
I just assumed the Q were nigh immortal, and it's like, oh yeah, 40 million years, that's like a 10-year sentence to us. So
10-year sentence of having a right laugh and messing up an entire species.
I was going to say the best thing that probably ever happened was them leaving. It's like, finally, at least they stopped actively torturing us.
No, thank you for the small correction, Shy. Only a mere 40 million years of super hell.
And now they get to deal with the remnants of super hell.
Well, we're going to go through the remnants of super hell because we're going to go through the new humans that the Q left behind. So first up, we have the worms.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't. Oh boy.
Off you go.
It is what it says on the tin. It is a worm-like creature that has stubby arms and really disturbing faces that just kind of look like their eyes just look like two little like slanted slits. And the mouth is just in this really uncomfortable, like one of them is a very uncomfortable open like rah thing, and the other is just not. And they got these stubby little legs, and I don't know if that's another face on the other end of this sort of elongated.
I'm pretty sure
worm.
That's a butt.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm
Yeah.
not sure if that's another face or just genitalia / a place for waste to come out from. But yeah, it's gross.
It's a rough start. It's a rough start. These are the ancestors of star people who lived on a hot desert world, and the Q made this world even harsher. Life only survived thanks to crystalline plants underground, kind of allowing for life to continue beneath the dirt. The worms were only able to dig through the ground, devouring anything they found, even other worms if they did not wish to mate. Though they were non-sapient, they retained genetic memories of humanity, though it meant nothing to them.
Oh,
cool.
So it's just a nonstop sense of like depressed nostalgia over what they were, which they don't understand, but they.
Yeah,
that sucks. Man.
Ugh.
Imagine being a star person, and then this is what you're like. Oh, God. Yeah, Q are indeed kind of mean. They
are
kind of mean.
Bit rude.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I do like the top-down view, although it's now making me. Do they have like two sets of eyes? Is what I'm kind of wondering now.
Like is a strong word for that.
Well, I appreciate the top-down view. How about that?
Yeah,
I'm glad. I'm not glad it's here. Oh,
hang on. I think the eyes are on the top, and actually.
That might be a nose. Yeah,
I think those are the nostrils. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, somehow that's just made it worse. It was really bad, but that's really
that's awful.
Off.
That's man. Yeah, Well,
I've got good news for you. I've got really good news for you because the next ones are the Titans, and don't worry, they're not like the worms.
What?
They're definitely not. They're definitely not like the worms.
Nope. Yeah. Where to even begin?
The massive gorilla arms and elephant mouth trunk is
made out of
one way to begin.
Flesh, I think.
Oh, like yeah.
Because like there's it like the weird trunk thing. It goes up to like a mouth.
It looks like they.
And not like an elephant, like, because like an elephant trunk, it'll go up and it's like, oh yeah, the mouth is underneath. Like, kind of like the trunk opens up to the mouth.
Like their lips are what make the trunk.
Yeah,
it's just a giant dick with eyes and mouth. I don't know. It looks like the face vaguely looks like a baboon almost.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, kind of. It kind of does look like baboon-ish because it looks like a skull plate almost.
Yeah, it's not often you can say someone literally has a face like a baboon's ass, but they
also
really have that.
I didn't realize it. Like I thought it was just like empty sockets. They're tiny little eyeballs up there.
There's little eyes in there.
did not realize that until just now, and I just don't love that.
So there's number 2. I'm excited for what the future holds if this is the 2 we start with.
Oh, we got 43 of these. All right, we'll try to burn through these a little quicker then.
There are some where you'll just look and go and just rattle it off. It'd be fine. Some of them are really weird like this, but some of them are actually not that tricky.
Okay.
So the Titans were among the most intelligent of the new human beasts, showing some degree of dexterity and eventually the ability to carve wood. They stood at over 40 meters tall and would make buildings to accommodate their large size. And absolute monsters.
Large lads.
They would be able to communicate after a while. Language would re-emerge, and they would begin to form myths and legends of their rudimentary memories of their past lives. However, before they could advance any further into what would have likely been the first sentient empire of post-humans, an ice age would completely wipe them out. Now,
that's crazy. I was literally about to say, oh, you know what? As far as this goes, that's not such a bad thing to get, genetic into. And then you just had to hit us with the Ice Age extinction thing.
I was also going to say, I'd wager if they were allowed to be the most intelligent, that was because they knew that was going nowhere. Because, like electronics are a very small, you need to be very careful with that and precise. And 120-foot tall gorilla man is not going to be is capable of just working with that stuff. Just physically.
We'll let them a bit of dexterity. It's not like they're going to be around for long enough to make use of it. I mean, that feels 100% like something the Q would do. Next up, we have the predators and prey. So we've got a 2-for-1 special on these guys. I mean, you can probably guess what their roles were based entirely off the names. So the one on the left is the predator, and the one on the right is the prey.
Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, these are kind of one of those ones I think we can just blip past because it's just kind of anthropomorphic.
Yeah, they made a cheetah man. They made a gazelle man.
Yeah, more or less.
Pretty much. They were on the first world conquered by the Q, and they would turn the Star People here into 2 different things, predators and prey. The predators were the most effective carnivores that the Q have ever made, out of spite, wild, while the prey were far less intelligent and far more fragile herbivorous versions of their former selves. The planet lacked a reasonable balance ecologically, and the predators outweighed the prey with ease.
Sick.
Just what a horrible lot. Now, some would argue we may not need necessarily the picture for this one, but we're going to have anyway because I love the name. Because next up we have the Mantelopes.
That's, again, it is what it says on the tin. That's a mantelope. That's a man-antelope.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love the Mantelopes. So of all the things created by the Q, the Mantelopes may be the most heartbreaking. Designed to be the memory retainers of the Star People by the Q, the Mantelopes would retain all their human minds and memories, but were unable to apply that intellect to anything more than singing. They were designed to be, physically unable to adapt to anything outside of their current form, and were essentially trapped in a culture of grief.
Lovely.
It's just
how polite.
It's so gross. When the Q left, they basically had no purpose, and as time went on, the Mantelopes who would focus less on memories and more on basic survival would continue to survive. The more brutish and animalistic Mantelopes would actually keep going, while their memories of humanity would fade into nothingness. As nothing more than beasts and unable to adapt, they would then go extinct.
Wow. Q are assholes.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Then we have the Swimmers, which, again, pretty shark nose.
Anthropomorphic, shark guy.
Dolphin shark.
Dolphin shark whale thing, yeah. Yep.
They really making
silly goofy grin.
Like joints stick out. Like the Mantelope's kneecaps go out like a foot from the knee. There's trends here, and I don't like that specific trend. Well, I mean, I don't like any of this, but that one is sticking out to me.
Specifically don't like that. It's all bad, but that is... I hate how I hate how Shark Boy has like defined like what might be legs that come out with 2 fins. I don't like that.
Yeah, which is weird. It's a wild way to do that when you consider that I'm pretty sure I'm not talking complete bollocks here, but like whales and dolphins and seafaring mammals, their rear like fin, their tail, isn't that like X-rayed and stuff and skeleton wise? Can't you like sort of see the fact that it used to be 2 limbs and then became 1?
Yeah.
And then the cue for this lot are like, nah, fuck it, flip her on the end of both legs, 1 each. Like, what a choice. So the swimmers range from something as small as an eel to a behemoth the size of a whale. The Q would turn their world into an entire ocean biome. The species would begin to fight for survival, but it was the ones that were closest in design to their human ancestors that kept going in some form, speaking in a language that suggested sapience, but lacked it ultimately. Now, the next lot are weird even by the usual standards. They are the lizard herders. And they sort of, yeah.
I mean, this isn't too far removed from like 3 million, like real life, like, 2 million years ago, early man.
Yeah, I mean, it looks humanoid, and it's next to a lizard that I am assuming it herded.
Unless I'm missing something and the lizard and the man are the same being.
Or the lizard is the being.
You're actually not. This is one of the sort of quote-unquote lucky ones, because instead of distorting them entirely, the Q took the star people of this world and only erased their sentience and stunted the development of their minds. They remained the top of the food chain on this planet, and they had no need to evolve further, reverting to a herding lifestyle where they herded reptiles that were brought to the planet initially by the star people. So they were just sort of made stupid and left to it. That's it.
Yeah, lucky. I wonder what, like, did they, well, I guess it doesn't, I was going to ask a bunch of questions about why were these the ones that they picked to sort of go easy on, but I guess it doesn't fucking matter.
It sounds like it's just like on a whim, like maybe you get to just, we remove your brain power by like 3 million years, or maybe you get to be the Mantelope.
Yeah.
How spiteful are we right now?
Mm-hmm.
It's not an actual T-shirt, but I would love a maybe you get to be the Mantelope slogan on something. I don't know what you would put it on, but
perhaps
get a Mantelope plushie when.
Perhaps my Microsoft Paint talents can once more.
Yeah.
Oh, Shai said the particular Q in charge of this planet was in a lazy mood. He was kind of, make him cavemen. Who cares?
Yeah, it just couldn't be bothered. I've had a busy day of making human air purifiers. Let's just do something simple with this.
This is the 1,000th one today. I'm clocking out for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working on this for 2 million years. Let's just have a quick, simple one. Then we next up have the Temptors, which I don't even know where to start on the Temptors.
Woof.
Okay, my initial impression was almost kind of rabbit, but that was solely because, like, from the silhouette, you've got the ear at the top, and then I looked slightly more, and this is much closer to like a mole almost, but the mouth on top looks like some abomination I'd see in Spore.
Yeah, it's like some weird mole that's half into the ground. Its tail looks like it also is open, waiting to grab that other thing, and it's got like a beak that you'd almost find on like a bird, and just a weird little ear flap. It's very fleshy, very awkward.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I'm saying the tail is probably a butthole again.
I mean, it leads right. I mean, it's a tail with an open hole in it, so it's either I'm either gonna make a DBZ reference and say that's cell and it's gonna absorb stuff that way, or it's a butt.
This is the ultimate life form right here.
Mm-hmm.
The eye is also really messing with me.
It's upsettingly detailed for some reason. The eyes. It's even got a little bit of a sad glint to it. It's just, there's no need for that.
I also love the worried look on the other being's face as it's looking down at what we're presuming is a tail bud. It's like, oh no, a tail bud right in my ground on my path. Oh no.
Don't blame it, honestly.
No, absolutely.
Understand.
Yeah.
So this was a subset of star people that the Q made specifically to be nothing more than decorations. It's not clear how they survived. I know. But the Tempters are extremely sexually dimorphic, the larger one being the female, while the male is the much, much smaller one. The females would pick mates based off of how subservient and dumb the males were, as they were able to control them with pheromones, since they could not leave the ground themselves. In the event of a female being born, the male would carry the newborn away and bury it so that it could exist freely on its own. Eventually, this planet would be struck by a meteor, wiping out all life.
Of course it would. Of course it would. Yep. You know, I'm actually kind of surprised that so many of these planets end up getting like, oh yeah, ice age hit and meteor hit, because obviously the Q have planned this. You'd think the Q would be like, oh no, you're gonna be here forever. We're gonna make sure we're gonna retrofit the galaxy in such a way that your planet is gonna thrive forever.
It's like space is big.
I feel like they care enough to do the punishment, but they don't care enough about what they've turned them into to bother doing anything else.
After that, it's fair, like if a big rock hits your planet, we don't care.
Yeah.
Also good. That is wonderful news, Shy. I'm glad it's not a butthole. It's just a tail pussy.
Love it. Love it.
No, maybe that's the thing that should go up on the t-shirt.
Never thought that word would leave my mouth. That's new. That's a new one.
You know, I don't think we should put that on a shirt, Kirioth. You know,
you don't think just block white letters? Good news. It's not a butthole. It's a tail pussy.
No. You make it a sticker that's just big enough that you can put on your gas tank of your car.
And it's in Comic Sans.
Tail
pussy.
Yes. We're cooking. Multi-billion-dollar. The tail pussy sticker.
What was your most popular merch item? Well, you're not going to believe this, but...
Listen, Grandma, I'd love to tell you, but I don't think I can.
Nothing I'm saying in polite company.
Now, you'd be happy to hear that the next lot aren't quite as horrific as that, because we have the Bone Crushers up next.
All right. I mean, so, you know what? It looks like how some birds have like beaks specifically designed to crush seeds. It looks like they gave him, that, and otherwise just reverted him back to monkey.
Well, and it's literally coming out of his mouth. Like his. So other than that, that is that. Oh god, caveman, but like this big rock crushing beak is literally just protruding out of his mouth, like mouth agape and beak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that episode of Doctor Who where the gas masks were coming out of people's faces? I don't know why. It just made me think of that.
Have not seen it. I haven't watched Doctor Who since
1968.
Didn't watch those, man.
So, this lot were originally a pet species of the Q, and they evolved into something more monstrous in appearance. Though, despite their looks and the fact that they show affection by defecating on one another, why? They were one of the first new human species to create civilization. It didn't get far, however. They managed to reach a sort of medieval period on their homeworld, but they had a tragic flaw, which is that they could only eat dead animals, living up to their name, Bone Crushers. They would eventually go extinct.
Yeah.
Why was I designed to shit on my loved ones?
Well, I mean... So it's a fair question if you're one of these fuckers.
Ugh. Oh, that's really got me. Oh, no. I'm going to have to just not look at the chat for a minute. Okay, next we've got the Colonials. I can't remember what these guys look like myself. Oh,
they're just bricks with eyes and weird mouths.
Oh, hey, I didn't
sometimes
know Ricky was making an appearance.
Oh, yeah. Does look like one of his Foogies, though.
That's what I was thinking of.
I hate how one of them is licking the other.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Wait, is it
No,
licking
they look
or is it?
connected. No, that
Oh
looks
yeah, they're connected. Oh no. Way worse than I thought.
Well, strap in, because this colony of star people actually stood their ground against the Q and repelled 2 invasions.
Oh no, they got the special punishment for that.
Yep. Eventually, the Q would defeat the colony, and they felt that eradication was too merciful. The Colonials were only a centimetre in height, and they were used by the Q as waste filtration units while forcing them to retain their sapience.
Right.
There we go.
Sure. Also, how exactly do you repel the Q? Like, they repelled 2 invasions from them?
That's pretty good.
Yes, that's nice. Solid work off them.
Hey, unfortunately for the Q, the 3rd time was the charm, but
Well,
this one in particular, this one absolutely just sits there going.
It's true, yeah. As Shai points out, some of them did have star exploding weapons by this point.
Yeah.
But yes, it also wasn't enough.
No.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I knew the star people were like super crazy cracked advanced, but the Q just seemed like they are on such a crazy level that, like, you know.
I would be willing to bet that the reason they stopped fending them off was because at a certain point, like, in your area, you run out of star. Like, you can't really blow up a star more than once. You know, once it's gone, you blew it up.
Yeah, they ran out of ammunition.
Yeah.
Well, when this lot were abandoned by the Q, they would eventually repopulate to the point where the surface was covered in human flesh. And an eternity later, they would grow a sense of hope, diversifying and creating specialty colonies that were beneficial to one another.
What? How? I don't know if you know what? I'm not even. Yeah, let's just let's move on.
They're just built different, all right?
I actually don't want to know.
Horrendously.
Yeah,
built horrendously.
I don't want to know the logistics.
For a hard left swerve, we've got the Flyers up next. And yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like an anthropomorphic pterodactyl.
Yeah, you know, again, it's back to fairly simple. I understand what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but I understand it.
No, yeah.
These were the most successful flying new humans created by the Q, thanks in part to a star-shaped heart that funneled oxygen from their lungs to their bloodstream in an efficient manner. This would also lead to the development of a larger brain that wouldn't stunt their flying ability, which we will talk about much later. Next up, we've got the hand flappers, which, what a name. What an incredible name. I mean...
Whoa.
I don't...
Yeah, that's that's
put that away.
Terrifying. Woof. So yeah, it's dick and balls are out. But like the look on its face is horrifying. Like
so
you've heard of Batman. I was
going to say, yeah.
Yeah, it's a humanoid bat with its dick and balls out.
Yeah, it's dick and balls. You're missing the key detail of its balls are bigger than its head.
Well, yeah, you know, that is what it is. Honestly, the most unsettling thing is like it's got the craziest look on its face.
This is like, the face, like it looks as shocked to see me as I am to see it.
Yeah, that is the perfect way to describe it. It's looking at me the way I'm looking at it.
Also, I guess, you know, if you've ever like been to a gym locker room and there's a person above 60, I guess that's really not abnormal what's going on down there.
Oh God. Oh, don't
take your word for that.
It's the worst part of that.
Mm-hmm.
What? Now, funnily enough, the hand flappers are an example of a flying new human that was unable to continue living. Their metabolisms weren't modified, so in order to further development, they'd have to give up the ability to fly. They developed into something that was able to signal to potential mates, but they did not have the ability to hold tools, preventing the development of civilization and eventually ending in extinction. And they are followed almost sort of in theme with the blind folk, which is almost a normal name. but not a normal thing.
Looks like big humanoid rats with no eyes. And its penis is out.
Feels like we're getting a lot of that at the moment. And
Really long arms, too. Long arms, long whiskers, big ears, too.
Yep.
Anthropomorphic rat.
Pretty much. This lot, the star people on this world, they hid deep underground when the Q arrived in the galaxy in hopes that hiding would prevent them from being attacked. This did not work, and the Q turned them into creatures that could only exist underground. They turned the entire planet into an underground ecosystem full of predators, while the blind folk were forced to navigate these tunnels with their screams and with the tactile nature of their long fingers and whiskers. They would be wiped out as the continental plates of the planet shifted over time. Poor lads.
Extinct.
Man, that sucks. But, yeah. Boss Baby Skaven reference. All right, I got it out.
Well done. Also, it seems like very few of these get to just... I mean, not that you would want to thrive, but it seems like most of these are ending in, like, extinction. Other than, like, a couple of them. It's like, yep, we had our fun with you, and now, you know...
I mean, they're gone now. I'm sure they'll be back in another billion whatever years, but, like, with the scale they're operating on, given they turned everyone into that, it's not like you need to worry about an uprisal. Especially because by the time they get back, it's like, I'm sure they won't be any more advanced than the Star People, and they won that first conflict.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it was 40 million years of super hell punishment, not like, let's carefully make sure these can sustain and survive. It's nah.
Yeah.
We're letting the madmen get creative with you fuckers.
I cannot wait to hear the description for the Lopsiders.
Oh,
this
good.
is...
Lopsider is a good word. That's a very good word.
Yeah, that's a solid word. Well,
so
go ahead, Pancreas.
Okay, all right. So my first thing is it has so we have a relatively human-like torso, only the torso. But you know that so far so understandable. 3 hands, not for those listening, not in the sense of he's got 3 arms. No, 3 out of 4 legs and arms have been replaced with just big hand
that are attached to this bulbous,
just
fatty
directly
torso.
to the torso. And then we have one longer hand and arm that's normal-ish looking. The hand looks like a witch from Left 4 Dead, their mutated claw hand. But given the standard of the rest of what I'm looking at, that's pretty normal. And he appears to be eating big tardigrades.
Yep, and its head is oh boy, it's got a very bulbous head, and nothing is on right.
No, there is an eye under the nose. There's an eye behind the nose.
There's sort of an ear next to the
I'm craning my head
mouth
sideways right now to try and do this.
Yeah.
And also, you ever
It's
stretch, it looks like someone stretched their face back. If you pull your face back and just stretch it back with your hands, it's like that, but that's just how they look.
It's weird because if you cover up the top eye, it almost looks like a fish.
Kinda, yeah.
It's kind of got it's like if you merged a human and a fish's head together.
Yeah.
Which is just awful.
Yeah, it's for some reason I also went straight to squished frog, like Shy, but it's
it kind of is squished frog, isn't it? Yeah.
And we made this human species by driving over them in a Honda Civic.
Specific, very specific.
Well, this lot were forced onto a world with gravity that was 36 times heavier than the gravity of their home world and genetically modified so they could survive there. Now, thing is, this lot would begin to evolve further in this high gravity, so we'll cut back to them to learn more later. But the Lopsiders, still in it to win it. Now we've got the Striders.
These aren't so bad. Just, long man.
It's giraffe person, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. It's a giraffe person. I don't know why I didn't immediately go to that. Yeah, it's a giraffe person.
More person than giraffe, For those not seeing the image, it's like it's not like giraffe or it's the horse structure. It's like it's the same shape as a human,
Just
roughly.
long neck.
Very long neck and face.
Mm-hmm.
Also
Yeah.
a little like lizard like head flap.
Mm-hmm.
But again,
mohawk.
again, at a certain point, it's just they're taking artistic liberties with evolution in the name of eat shit mankind.
Yeah.
In the name of justice, I think you'll find no.
Pardon me. Didn't mean to besmirch the good name of the Q who made the Mantelope.
Hey,
Well,
don't you talk ill of the Mantelope. I've only noticed this episode. And if anything happens to the Mantelope,
I would praise God.
You leave my Mantelopes alone.
You leave my Mantelope out of this.
Well, this was a moon colony of star people, and the atmosphere of the moon was 1/5. Sorry, the gravity of the moon was 1/5 the gravity of Earth, and the Striders were made to live on this planet. Their height was due to this low gravity, but they were not alone. 2 million years after the Q left, the poultry that the star people had brought here evolved into predatory terror birds that eradicated all the Striders.
Jesus.
One last fuck you there from
the Q,
just the universe at large. Not even specifically the Q. The star people brought the chickens, and the chickens then wiped them out. That is poetic in a horrible way.
Yeah, but the Q knew exactly what they were doing.
So next up, we've got the parasites, and oh Lord, I mean.
Why does it?
That's a frog guy.
Yeah, but it's a weird picture because, like, it looks like this thing is tattooed on someone's skin.
It does kind of look like that. Big mouth, very big mouth with like their teeth look like in a cartoon, like when Tom gets hit with a brick and his teeth all fall out. Except
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like that. The nose is really throwing me, both because it's above the mouth.
Yeah, and it's like a pig snout.
Yeah, my dog doesn't like it either. She's whining at it. Athena is also deeply displeased with the frog man. I don't blame her.
That's fair. Its mouth almost looks like oh shoot. Anyone that's had a fish tank, those things, those bottom dwellers that feed on the algae. And they, like, stick to the glass. What are those called?
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember their name, but that's what its mouth looks like.
Yeah. There's definitely a bit of that going on.
Mm-hmm.
So they were a species of new human that was forced to survive parasitically off the bodies of early hominid-like apes that were created specifically for their planet. They could control these hosts to some extent, and there were many different subspecies of parasite on this world, and very few survived when the various hosts would learn how to kill other parasites by doing things like burning them or just flat out eating them.
Lovely.
How nice. How kind.
Yeah, just really great.
I don't see those videos, like the one guy, like it's after every one of these, it's ringing in my head, very beautiful, very powerful. He just grabs a fish and says that.
Funnily enough,
except none of these are beautiful.
No.
The next lot are the finger fishers.
Oh, shit. Well, it's not as bad as I thought it was.
Vaguely, all right. The horse, why the long face?
Ha 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 ha.
Thank you. So you say the finger fishers, and I can venture a guess as to why they have the very long middle finger with the claw on the end. But it looks like a scorpion tail.
It really does.
Yeah, it does. It looks
really
like a scorpion stinger. Also, weirdly, this is like the only picture that won't pop out and enlarge for me into like a separate browser tab.
You're being saved.
Yeah, I guess so.
Horsehead man with the scorpion tail middle finger.
Yeah, but when you called them like the what are they called again?
The finger fishers.
Yeah, I was expecting a lot worse than this. This isn't that bad compared to the stuff we've seen.
The giant middle finger's a hidden, a very subtle, well hidden message.
Mm-hmm.
They also,
Well-
man, they did my man dirty in the package department.
Well, it's like the person on the cover. They do, you know.
They gave that guy a hog.
All right. So true. You're right. What was I thinking?
Originally, this lot were of a large water planet covered in islands connected by shallow seas, and the fingerfishes were a hunter-gatherer people who developed biology to catch the fish that were abundant on this world. And that's pretty much it. Then we've got the hedonists, which, I mean, just the name alone, but it doesn't prepare you for what the hell that is.
Oof. I don't know. It's kind of just mutated lady with bird feet and long face. I guess she kind of got bird talons on her hands too.
Funny looking butt.
It
Yeah.
looks like a separate head.
It
looks like the head of a whale. I don't
Also,
know whether that's...
DK, maybe I blame you for this. You mentioned cell before, but like the little, there's a little like crack almost, it looks like, and I'm picturing on the head butt that might be like a mouth. Does anyone vaguely see like the little line like kind of going across it?
Oh yeah, kinda. It wouldn't surprise me if they made it have a sentient butt.
Yeah, because that looks like a little. It could be just like a splotch of dirt. Maybe that's an eye.
Yeah,
I don't like that bit. That for some reason the rest of it is like, yeah, okay, it's a bit weird, but whatever. But that like the arse mutation is just not. It's just not great. It's just not doing it.
No, it's not.
You're a sentient filtration system for this thing. Oh no.
Oh God.
I mean,
Worst
statistically
job.
speaking, I'm sure at least one of these creatures has a sapient gut.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've done sapient everything else, surely. These star people were kept as pets by the Q and were the only animals on a planet lush with bountiful fruits and more. They had no competition to deal with, which would normally mean overpopulation, but the Q designed the hedonists so they could only become pregnant after mating with an enormous number of potential suitors continually over decades. They were less adaptable, and natural selection would progress at a glacial pace, leaving these new humans aloof and carefree. You've got to be some element of carefree to deal with the arse whale, so probably you should go.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that on your ass? It's a whale. Oh.
Standard.
As one does.
Mm-hmm.
We now have the insectophagi, which are not terrible.
All things considered, it's the head's kind of looking like Squidward's. And
I can see that.
the like dinosaur, the bone like mouth is definitely weird, but all things considered, that isn't horrible.
No, yeah, that's not too bad. Got kind of an elongated like tongue, but yeah, otherwise
Tongues are
relatively humanoid. Yeah,
tongue elongated. The arms definitely look like they've been stretched out as well, as have the feet.
yeah.
But
Reminds me of a serpent tongue.
Again, by the standards of what we're looking at, this isn't the worst. This isn't horrible.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, no, you get a pass on this one, the Q, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's not clear what purpose that the insectophagi served in the eyes of the Q. They were a strange new human species designed to live strictly an insect-based diet with no other concerns besides seeking out their next meal and mating. So that's
of course. So it's kind of an anteater tongue, more or less.
Yeah, just going around eating
Naturally.
insects and getting their end away. That's pretty much it.
Hence the name.
Not the worst life of all the ones that the Q have made.
Oh yeah, you're not a sentient brick filtration system.
Now, we also have the Ruin Haunters, and...
Yeah, that one actually Squidward. I take it back for the last one.
I was gonna say, it looks like kind of like a grumpy Sesame Street character.
It does, and I don't know if this one's gonna be okay or based on Ruin Haunters. We have the Mantelope again, where it's you have the memories of everything, and you'll never get it back, asshole.
Well, let's find out. Hey, Kirioth.
It's true. At least they're the only ones who've been wearing clothes. So
Yeah,
far.
hey,
So
that's
a step above.
that's a positive.
Yeah, their dick's not out. That's, big steps.
Of all the new humans created by the Q, they were the ones where the least amount of effort was taken in modification. Though reducing their intelligence to nothing more than apes, the Q didn't do much to prevent the ruin haunters from eventually achieving sapience. Left to their own devices, they were one of the first new humans to achieve this sapience, and their intelligence as well as their society would begin to advance rapidly. This was thanks in part to their unrestricted access to the ruins of the Star People on their planet. Their progression would be unnaturally fast, and it would do damage to their societal development. They would replicate the technology of the Star People without fully understanding how or why, and the society of Ruin Haunters would face 5 consecutive world wars, 2 of which involve nuclear exchanges.
I mean,
Of
so
course,
it wasn't
that's standard.
so bad being them, but they just eventually evolved into doing what they did.
Into
anyway.
people. They're just people.
Yeah. They're just people. They're just us.
They successfully caught back up.
Yeah.
Just
Sharp
like
man.
me. Just like me.
Well done, Ruin Hunters.
Now, we take
me at-
another... Sorry, go on.
Me at 3 a.m. going to fridge for shredded cheese.
I thought you were going to say to take the bins out after the last time we had the...
Oh, yeah. Hey, we've all been there where we
It is-
forgot to take the trash bins
No,
out. It's
I
4 in the
am
morning
looking.
and,
I am looking at them. I do got to bring them in. Okay, just
Now, we're on another hard swerve here into the spaces, which are wild.
Whoa. Those are a little. They're a little weird. Kind of remind me of like they kind of look like I don't know if I want to say spider arms and spider legs or something, but they got these really long arms and legs, really thin fang claws, and small little body that looks like it has a radioactive symbol on the front, but that's not what it is. And they got the Heihachi haircut.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those do
alien
look
head.
like actual pouches around their hip. Like those are clothes.
Yeah. Mhm.
This is a potentially good sign.
Yeah.
Well, there's reasons for this. It's because this lot of new humans was something that the Q didn't create, because not all of the Star People were wiped out. As worlds fell, others took refuge in the deep void of hollowed-out asteroids that were converted into generational ships. Though these ships were able to retain enough resources to assure survival, they lacked 2 basic things: proper lighting and gravity. These Star People would adapt themselves with genetic engineering so they could sustain in 0G, and the Spacers were born.
Oh, well, so they're just, Star People that are still sort of thriving. And
they're still going.
Yeah.
And fun fact, they move around in 0 gravity by pressing jets of air through their specialized anuses. Hell yeah.
Oh man, that's wild. So they just travel around by farting everywhere. All right.
Yep.
Well,
we've lost Pancreas at that one. That was the one.
I'm
the rest
trying.
of it's fine. But
I'm trying to decide if this is the author's barely disguised fetish or not. Right?
I think we saw that with the tail-ussy earlier. To be honest,
that was the other one that I'm wondering. That
tail-ussy. We successfully got Kirioth to say tail-ussy unironically.
I felt
We've
this
broken
odd,
him.
Twinge of shame immediately afterwards. All of these different facets of humanity would inevitably reach an evolutionary point where they would begin to meet. These post-humans would be different from the humans that came beforehand, as many would not be able to leave the surface of their worlds and would die out before ever being found. But they would eventually form the second empire of man. So here are some of the now post-human species that would join this new order. So first up, we've got the Snake People, the sequel to the Worms.
Oh, yep. It's a snake person. It's even wearing clothes around its snake body, which ends in a hand of I'm assuming that's a hookah that it's puffing.
Say, yeah, he's he's smart enough. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if that's a flute or a dildo. But hey, he's advanced enough to enjoy a nice little smoke break. That's a positive.
Yeah. Yep. I was gonna say could be both.
Taking a jumper out of the smoke.
It's good to know that even 40 million years in the future, there will be smoke.
As long as we'll still have access to smoke and dildos, apparently. We know.
And a solid read. Looks like he's reading a book on snake people as well,
The more things change, the more they stay the
same.
Hey,
he might be smoking. He's got his little dildo. He's got a little bit of snake porn over there,
All things considered, I could be a snake guy.
Yeah. I might as well be a snake boy.
All three necessities: book, nicotine, and dildo.
He's clothed too.
Yeah. Well, if you're a snake guy, that's
yeah,
it's a nice bonus, but I don't need it.
Yeah.
As long as I got my smut and a pipe, I'm all good.
Exactly.
So the home
Kirioth has been broken this episode.
The pictures haven't been helping. Everything's so horrible and weird and slightly funny at the same time. I'm losing my grip on reality.
Damn girl, what the snussy do?
Oh no, not the snussy.
Right. The home world of the worms would eventually cool, and the worms would take to the surface. Some were grazers, while others were aquatic. It was the ones that climbed the trees that figuratively and literally rose above the rest of them, and these tree-dwelling worms would become the snake people. They would follow all the benchmarks of societal development and would reach total globalization. The snake people were advanced philosophers who enjoyed writing, music, and smoking. They would fear open spaces, and their cities would be pipe-like in shape. I mean, I think we got the idea that they liked writing and smoking.
Yeah.
It was just whether it was music or something else that was in question from the picture.
Now
Next
we
up,
know.
we have the more boring option, it turns out. Next up, we have the killer folk, which,
hey, the cheetah people, the predators.
Yeah, it's the ultimate predators.
I think they canceled that show.
I hope so. Jesus. But didn't we say that they were like the best hunters the Q ever made, right?
Yeah, they were literally the best they'd ever done, and then they gave them not enough prey. But Q will do what Q want to do, apparently.
But he's got a nice hat now,
made out of presumably skin.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Yeah. On the planet of predators and prey, the predators would eventually overwhelm the prey and would begin to form their own culture. Originally structured as a hunt-oriented nobility, the killer folk would change when they would reach the point of industrial revolution. Nations would become devoted to factory farming and new technologies, while others would preserve their hunting status. These hunting urges would be turned into a religious order of nobility that allowed for natural animalistic hunts and duels to occur in specialized situations. Basically Klingons. And they also developed flintlock repeaters and gas rifles. Hell yeah.
Wow. This was not the far future I expected when you first showed off these hunters. I was not expecting industrial revolution with guns.
I mean, I figured I had a feeling there was surely something after, only because the way it seems to be structured is that someone is going around cataloging all of these things.
Mm-hmm.
You may well have alighted on something there. It's true. The other guys got their hands on nukes and it didn't work out. That is also fair.
So it's
hunters. Yeah,
it's up to a certain point you can develop all the weapons you want. You can't kill everyone. Once you get to the nuke stage, that is now open for discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, next up after the killer folk, we have the tool breeders, which is one of the weirder names, even by the standards of this lot.
What the?
Oh, well, this looks like this just looks like the fish people that what the hell were they called?
Swimmers?
The fish folk that had the two fin legs, it kind of just looks like them, but with a maybe sewn shut mouth and not in the water.
They've gone more dolphin. Also,
Mhm.
those buildings look like lungs in the background.
Oh yeah, they kind of do, don't they?
One of them looks like a pancreas. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I before you said that, I was like, kind of Pancreas-like, eh?
I've found my people.
My home. My home. It's me. This hole was made for me.
Oh God!
Also, it looks like they've developed arms. They didn't have arms in the last picture, right?
Well, this is part of what's making them survive. The aquatic swimmers that survived, as mentioned before, were the ones that were most human. They lacked the ability to create fire underwater, but they were able to develop a society thanks to symbiotic relationships with non-sapient swimmers. They would develop a society purely on the backs of genetic engineering, and much like their name suggests, the tool breeders would create life forms that would accomplish their needs, ranging from bioluminescence and living filters so that they can breathe out of the water to living starships and weapons. This lot rule.
All right. I mean, hey, anytime you got bioluminescence, that is an aesthetic I am here for.
Yeah, this is some cool stuff.
Yeah, pretty dope. This would not be a bad thing to be. Also, were they really just called swimmers before and I couldn't remember that?
Yes, they were.
That's fucking wild, dude. Ay. It has been a morning and a half.
There's been a lot of information so far, to be fair.
Most of it horrific.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we've now got the Saurosapiens.
Oh, come on. Tell me the pterodactyl people made it.
Well,
So you know the guy in Knights of the Old Republic in Terrace that's like a big lizard guy and then a smaller one growing out of his back? That's my first thought.
Don't know the reference, unfortunately.
I do.
Okay.
I do vaguely know the reference, and I think I'm there for it. I think I agree with that one.
Yeah, I don't think they're connected, and this looks more like a duck man. Well, the dinosaur, the velociraptor on the duck man on the guy's back. I've got nothing for like Lord Humongous on the front. It has clothes. This is like this. I'm hoping this isn't a sapient creature. Otherwise, the author's fetish is not disguised at all, and he's walking around with a ball gag in his mouth.
You know that thing is sapient. You're telling me you think that thing is just like mindless? No,
I said I'm hoping. Some hopes are forlorn. All right,
your hope is misplaced, good sir.
I will say on this occasion, Pancreas, you're right, not sapient.
Thank God.
Really?
Yeah. So remember we talked about the lizard herders earlier. Well, ironically, it wasn't the lizard herders that would gain sapience. It was the lizards.
The lizards.
Yep.
That's crazy.
This post-human culture wasn't even related to the star people outside of one's being their pets. The dynamics would shift, and eventually it would be the Saurosapiens who herded the lizard herders and used them as pets and mounts. The Saurosapiens would discover the ruins of the star people, and, through a misunderstanding of the meaning, they would believe themselves to be post-human. These discoveries would cause a schism in Saurosapien society, and eventually a faction that prioritized knowledge and expansion would become the mainstay in their society. So they got intelligence, they found the ruins, went, we used to be this lot. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Just random lizards were like, no, this is like us.
That's wild.
Really?
I love that one. I absolutely love it. It's one of the sillier bits, but it is very, very fun.
Just an evolutionary 180.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say it. We now have the modular people.
Oh, I don't like that. Nope, I sure don't like that.
All right, let's see. We've got the onion hat head.
Yep.
I'm just gonna work my way down because it's
go ahead.
Slightly less confusing from the dude. Me when it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Face question mark. They got one of them has one eye. One of them has 5 eyes. One of them looks like it has one mouth. It's all like vaguely like shaped like a cone. But beyond that, We got 5 tentacle hands, perhaps many more, but as you go lower down, that might be junk. Can't tell. They've got suction cup feet. This looks like it's layered like plate armor, but it's not because that's just them.
Flesh. Yeah.
There's a lot of questions. I can't tell if that one has 4 mouths or 5 mouths actually, or if those are completely unrelated holes. Miwen again.
Yeah.
It's also holding what since you said the modular people, I'm assuming that's an organ it can slot in and out, because again, I'm assuming these two beings are related, but they look nothing alike beyond like vague shapes.
Yep. I mean, you're pretty much nailing it. So the flesh continents of the Colonials resulted in the creation of many different beneficial cells that would help the rest of them. However, much like everything else, these cells would become hostile toward one another, evolving into cells dedicated to weaponry and ones dedicated to shielding. The ones who would survive would become known as the modular people. Each individual in the species is made up of many different Colonials that have a hyper-specialized purpose that could collapse and rebuild themselves into new modular people tied together only through cultural unity.
All right.
I mean, I think that's the best outcome we could hope for.
For that thing.
Systems.
Yeah. This is the golden timeline.
Yeah, for sentient waste filtration, evolutionary, it doesn't get a whole lot better than this. Like, this is your best outcome.
The glow up is unreal.
Yeah.
With the acceptance that this is what happened, all things considered, this is the best ending.
Yes. Yeah. This was your best possible outcome. You rolled a nat 20.
100%. Now, you asked about the... You asked about the pterodactyls earlier, and you wanted them to survive. Yes, I've got good news for you.
Yes.
The pterosapiens.
Let's go.
Still around.
Yeah. Oh, he's got some fancy
Hey, he's got fancy tattoos. Look at those. Look at that ink. Right. Hey. Got a nice little scholar hat. It's got tattoos on his wings and his chest.
All things considered, that's not bad.
Yeah. Hey, cool.
Yeah, the hat is incredible.
I love that. Good for him. Good for you, little fella.
Yeah.
Well, the pterosapiens, formerly the pterodactyl lot, whose names I've immediately forgotten. What are they called? They had a specific name, but I've immediately forgotten it. Flyers, that's it. I did it.
You did the thing I did.
It's not.
Golly gee, what are the fish? They're swimmers. Golly gee, what are the pterodactyls? Flyers. We're in the same boat.
There's just so much information. Okay, so yeah, the flyers become the pterosapiens, which is an exceptionally productive aerial culture that was highly cosmopolitan, that existed without any real social cliques or societal borders. Conflict in their eyes was not worth the time. Unfortunately, the time was shorter for them than others. Their development into a society was helped and harmed by their unique hearts. They were exceptionally vulnerable to heart disease, and the average lifespan was the age of 23.
Oh.
Despite this, their society was able to flourish and reach the stars.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for them.
With a 23-year lifespan, they managed to evolve long enough to reach the stars, huh?
Look, when you haven't got much time, you make the most of it.
That does also make generations go quicker, so evolution would be faster.
Way more prosperous than the Flyers from Philadelphia.
That's, well, preaching to the choir on that one, man.
At least they made the playoffs this year.
Yeah, well, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm just going to give you the name. The asymmetric people.
I have ideas.
You don't.
They were incorrect.
Oh boy.
So my guess is this is the run over toad people.
Yeah, this has to be the evolutionary chain.
There's still the big hand, and the longer one. Now I don't know what happened in the lower half or for the face. Something went off the rails from what we were at for those, but I see the through line.
At least they're upright.
They are upright now. That's something.
Considering their planet was 38 times gravity, they went through their Vegeta training arc.
Yeah,
right.
Hey.
Yeah.
I can't. as soon as I put in, I don't even know what the fuck, I immediately had to mute for a second. Perfect summary, honestly.
Yeah, they went from frogs to centipedes, yeah.
They got balloons.
They do. So the story of the asymmetric people mirrors that of the Earth humans and the Martians. Much like them, the lopsiders were split into two separate peoples. The ones that remained on their homeworld would be lopsiders, and the ones who reached the stars and expanded would be known as the asymmetric people, as they were bioengineered to live off of their homeworld. Tensions would rise between these two branches of the lopsiders, and they would face civil war. The asymmetric people would exterminate the lopsiders, and before long, they'd find star people ruins that would greatly advance their abilities.
The more they change, the more they stay the same.
Must be a bitch to shake hands with one of these things.
No one survives a backhand from an asymmetric person.
No, you explode like the Fallout bloody mess to shreds.
Now, we have a familiar phrase here in the form of the symbiotes.
Oh, love me some Spider-Man. Huh. They don't look terrible, actually. This is kind of cool.
I see. What I'm hanging on, though, is that I can't help but notice what looks like two different eyes, and it looks like it's holding the top of that thing's head.
It is called the symbiote.
Yeah.
So I am assuming there is a symbiotic relationship going on between the face and whatever's on the face.
You are 100% correct. These were the parasites, and the post-human form is, of course, the symbiotes. These parasitic species would offer intelligence and senses to their hosts in exchange for blood, and society would rapidly develop from there. Each parasite was different and would offer different things, be it longer legs, stronger bodies, or other evolutionary advantages. Eventually, this would turn into offerings of intelligence. These symbiote host civilizations would develop nations, fight in wars, and would globalize. In fact, they would develop technology that would make the usage of hosts unnecessary, but they would still keep them around out of tradition.
Oh, wow.
Just for fun.
Why
not? Just because, that's the way they accessorize.
Well, you don't want to be lonely, too. I got to imagine, you have a friend for life.
Yeah. Look at my handsome human that I'm attached to. Aren't I special? Yes, look at my fancy necklace. Yes, isn't she pretty?
Very vapid, the symbiotes, it turns out. Very.
Well, they're keeping the hosts around just because it's tradition, I guess.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, the other option is, extermination is what seems to be the running theme. So all things considered.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, maybe tradition is a bit nicer. We also have the sail people, which...
Oh, no.
Curious.
Oh.
Hello.
Well, that's not awful. It's not great, but, it's...
I'm loving
it's weird.
It is weird. I'm loving, the hoplite helmet.
Oh, yeah. It looks like the flyers and the swimmers had a baby.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think you're going to be surprised as to where these even came from. So these are what the dexterous finger fishers would become. So they would develop long skin on their arms that would reach to their fingers. They'd initially use these as flesh sails. I just hate that combination of two words. So they could traverse the watery surface of their homeworld. Eventually, the rest of their bodies would evolve into other tools that would assist their navigation and the hunting of fish until they became almost living fishing boats. They would form tribes of nomads and, obviously, pirates that would constantly be at war. Of all the post-human species, the sail people were likely some of the most violent. Eventually, they would reach a societal impasse where stability would outweigh the necessity of war, and their enlightenment would result in unification. Get to see great fleets of these freaks just sailing around the sea.
I'm just this was not what I was expecting for the finger fishers.
No, that was a hard left turn for them.
Yeah,
wild shift in direction for them. They're slightly less wild is the Satyriacs. Really good name on that one.
Oh, good. It comes with the spoiler, the hidden.
Huh. I was expecting far worse than that.
I was not ready for that. No, I was not ready for pterodactyl Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it's it's just a dino. It's a blonde dino rock star.
Pretty much. Pretty
Good for
much.
them.
Clearly, they're doing all right.
Weird.
The once pleasure-laden hedonists were... Hedonist? What did I say last time? Who cares? Were rocked by a cataclysm that produced enough ash to block out their star. The population of them would begin to decline, but thanks to mutants that were able to breed fast, the species maintained and became known as the Satyriacs. They would split into myriad nations until eventually reuniting under one banner that valued life and wished to live it to the fullest. Their society was a Valhalla of pleasure, with weekly concerts and orgies.
I mean, if you're evolving from the hedonists, I mean, that seems like the natural progression of things.
Rock on, freaky bro.
Yeah.
Now, next up, we have the bug faces. One and
All right, hit me with it. Wow, yeah, that's apt. That is apt. He's got a little hat there too, though.
The civilized, though, it is indeed a bug face. 100%. The rest is vaguely human, cool hat, cool clothes,
Look, I can imagine having a lovely conversation with this creature. I just don't want to look at it.
Yeah, definitely a lot of looking down at oh yeah, look at my pretty nice shoes. Don't make eye contact. Yeah.
Everything but the face too looks like, I mean, like little thin, but like that's very human looking. It's just, again, bug face. Really hard to get over the bug face.
Yeah.
Apt name. Mm-hmm.
Well, this was from the insectophagi, so their evolutionary purpose was unknown at the time, but as they evolved, some of the genes of the star people would resurface in the form of new traits, like a larger brain and a capacity to adapt rapidly. They would evolve into the bug faces and would create incredible empires reliant on hive farming. At some point, though, the bug faces would be attacked by an unknown alien species. It's not clear what kind of attack it was, outside of the fact that it was a one-off that was successfully stomped out by the bug faces. The scars of that conflict would litter the surface of their homeworld in the form of invasive flora and fauna, but it would also psychologically impact the bug faces, making them deeply xenophobic and fearful of anything beyond their own empire. The creation of the Second Galactic Empire would be started by the Satyriacs and the Killer Folk when they would make radial contact with one another. Over the course of 10 million years, the Satyriacs and Killer Folk would be joined by the Modular People, the Pterosapiens, and Asymmetrics. After 20 million years, the Empire would expand to include the Saurosapiens, Snake People, Symbiotes, and Sail People. And finally, after 40 million years, the Bug Faces would join despite their concerns about other species. This empire would span the galaxy through a combined effort of all the members, despite the fact that the empire never really met one another. The Second Empire of Man attempted to recruit the Spacers, but they had no interest in joining a terrestrial organization. They wished to remain...
Leave me the fuck out of this, dude.
We've been doing just fine. Do not
And
talk
you know
to
what?
me.
That's fine. I don't want to look at them either. They can stay over there.
Space is like, how did you find me?
Lose my number. They wished to remain alone in the stars, and they would evolve into something truly powerful as they did so. Now we've got the asteromorphs, which great name.
What the
Weird as
hell
hell,
are
Benja.
you? What?
Oh, man.
No. What am I looking at? What is this?
Is that actually a third leg? Or is that...
I think you know the answer to that.
Yeah, I probably do. Honestly, so maybe it's just because you're here, Pancreas. It looks like a villain from Dragon Ball.
The Cell Jr. glow down arc is what this is.
Looks like some weird bobbity shit.
Yeah. What the? Okay, I dongle around. Oh my God.
Wait, now read what she said, Pancreas. What's got you
all right.
What's got you in such
Quote.
a tiff?
Wait. They moved around by farting, so maybe it's a 40 million year old evolved prolapse.
That's fucking wild.
God, dude.
That's a wild thing to say, Shaq.
When your prolapse evolves, go to the doctor. Get it. Seek help.
Don't make it a part of your species.
This is worse than when I thought that was just a weird dick.
That's how they shake hands. That's how they greet there.
Oh, get out. Stop it.
Yeah, dude, the bigger one enveloped.
Crazy.
God.
Absolutely disgusting.
So,
Also,
yeah. This is what the Spacers turn into, because the minds of the Spacers were free from the burden of gravity and would begin to think of concepts that were truly unfathomable to other post-humans. Their technological and philosophical advancement would shoot far and away ahead of the others, and they would form their own empire on the outskirts of society, watching the very slow development of their primitive cousins in silence.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, it makes sense that they have like little baby bodies since they live in 0G.
Are these the fellas doing that cataloging then?
We'll get there. Don't worry.
That seems fair, Pancreas. That seems like a fair guess.
It is a fair guess, but we'll get there. The Second Empire's encounter with the asteromorphs scared them. They had no idea what they were encountering and were afraid of a Q scenario. However, they would politely decline, and the Second Empire would view the asteromorphs as unknowable. Millions of years later, the various human empires would live in relative calm, but with a semi-pervasive fear of the return of the Q. However, the biggest threat these post-humans would face was not external, it was internal. So, we have here the gravitals.
Oh,
that's not a people. That's not a people. I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah, that's just a big metallic orb with a red eye in the middle of it. That's like Pancreas said. That's not people. Yeah, it's a bowling ball. It's a big old bowling ball.
I've been killed by that in Elden Ring.
That's that's that. It's either it's that or it's like the little drone from Star Wars, that like from Episode 5.
It's a cool design, but it's so completely unlike literally everything else. It's like, here's an array of weird freaks, and now an orb.
At least the bricks were flesh bricks. There was eyes on those.
So the new humans, known as the Ruin Haunters, held on to their blind belief that they were the true heirs to the history of the Star People and would view all other post-humans as inferior mockeries. As the sun that the Ruin Haunters' world orbited began to flicker, they would begin to modify and augment their bodies until they became more machine than post-human. These intelligent machines would be known as the gravitals, machines that were able to manipulate and control gravity. Their advancements and mechanization would allow them to retain their ambitions, delusions of grandeur, and zealotry. They would refuse to join the Second Galactic Empire and would keep to themselves until eventually they would lash out. They were the true heirs to the galaxy in their mechanical eyes, and all other races needed to fall. For 10,000 years, the Gravitals would wage an eradication campaign through the Second Empire, wiping out every single species except one. The first species that they attacked would be the ones they would show mercy to, but this mercy would be the same form of mercy that the Q showed the Star People.
Naturally.
Oh.
Never mind, though. Machine uprising. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Those haunters sure did. Oh boy, that's Well, I guess they did nuke themselves into almost oblivion, right? So.
Yeah, but I think this is perhaps a step too far even for them.
Yep.
Now, they created the subject.
And we've come full circle.
Yeah, we sure have.
Yeah.
It's the cover folk.
And whatever the hell that other thing is.
Yeah, and the weird horse donkey guy with brain ship.
The duck-billed plaited horse man.
Yeah. Is anyone getting the bad feeling that building behind the horse thing is made out of flesh?
I am getting that worrying feeling that building behind them is made out of flesh. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
me too.
Yeah.
And these are all things that the Gravitals actually made, right?
Yes, so the Gravitals were unable to comprehend the thoughts of non-mechanical life forms, and for reasons unknown, they opted to take the bug faces and use them as experiments. Now known as the subjects, they became the servants and livestock for the Gravitals, extreme subspecies with hypermodifications that made little to no sense outside of human-like necessity. Some would aid them in their conflicts, while others would be nothing more than living radios. Hey, could be worse, right? The Colonials were filtration systems. Living radio? That's step up.
So more or less, the Gravitals almost feel like a sort of second coming of the Q scenario.
Yeah, it seems like they essentially just turned themselves into something just as bad.
Yeah.
Which just flat out sucks. And going through all of that to become successful again, only for one of your own, like, branches of humanity to just show up and be like, I think
we're going to do the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. The rule of the Gravitals under their machine empire would last uncontested for nearly 50 million years.
Oh, God, longer than the Q.
Jeez.
I mean, in some ways, the majority of suffering only took 10,000 years, so that's something? Like, they wiped everyone else out apart from the bug faces, but then they were also used as experiments for 50 million years. So really, I think the scales of suffering are pretty much, I'd say
they wiped out the Mantelopes?
I'm afraid the Mantelopes long gone.
He didn't make it.
The arms of
To be fair, I think the Mantelopes didn't even evolve back being Mantelopes, so they were gone like 90 million years ago. But
in the arms of the angel.
Glory to the machine uprising.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll always remember the Mantelopes. So after, within 50 million years, there came internal conflict. Ideologies and subsets would begin to form within the Gravitals, and the unification began to slowly slip. Some would gain sympathy for the subjects and would treat them as equals, and they would be known as tolerants. I just don't like how some stuff is mirroring things that happen, and I don't want it. The powers that be determined that the only way to stay truly unified was to find a new enemy. Humanity had always united when faced with a common foe, and the Gravitals felt that this could still work after all this time. They would decide that the best option here would be to strike at the untouched and unbothered empire of the asteromorphs. This, as it turns out, was a mistake.
Yeah, should have just left them alone.
100%, because at this point, the asteromorphs would become so advanced that they were no different than gods.
Oh, wow, they actually kind of sort of look like Q.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because I guess at this point, like, they've had another 50 million years to evolve, right?
Yeah. They've got the power now. This is a proper fuck around find out situation, and the Gravitals found out in a big way. In only a few million years of war, the ascended asteromorphs would defeat the Gravitals, and the asteromorphs would become gods. They would work to recolonize the galaxy and would convert the surviving Gravitals into the new machines while stripping their gravitational controls. The asteromorphs would begin to seed worlds with new subspecies of themselves that would watch over the repopulation efforts of dead planets. At which point we get the terrestrials. Which, I don't know.
The orphan of Kos is looking funny.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a God, I don't want to say it's a spider baby, but it's like a big bulbous head of flesh with long spindly spider legs. Giant spider fetus. Yep, right.
Yep. That's
that'll do.
Sure is
spider
something.
Fetus. Oh God.
Spider
I'm
fetus.
losing my mind.
Spider fetus.
Does whatever a spider fetus does.
It's got buildings. That's something. There's a brain in there, I think.
Yeah.
Well, this lot were created to act as the eyes and ears of the asteromorphs on terrestrial planets. They would supervise the development of the new asteromorph empire and work to prevent another genocide like the machine invasion. Some civilizations would rebel against the terrestrials, and they would face destruction. Some terrestrials tried to play God on their own, but ultimately, regardless of ethics, This was a far more stable existence than life beforehand. Which says a lot, doesn't it, really, about how god-awful everything's been so far.
Yeah.
I mean, he's playing God, but, it's better than being wiped out by the Q or the Gravitals, so we'll take it.
We've
Jesus
seen
Christ.
what happens when no one's playing God, and
So true. So true.
We also have the new machines, which are the remnants of the Gravitals.
that's not a machine.
That's
That's the Elden Beast.
Are we sure this
really
is the new
is.
machine? Because that's
I see some metal.
Yeah.
Sure.
I guess I guess the spindly spine thing going in and out of it is metal and metal tendrils, right?
So these are biomechanical remnants of the Gravitals that served as a final punishment to them. Because, you've got to get a bit of punishment in there. No, this is the rule in this universe.
No one here wins in good faith.
No. At least they look kind of cool.
They do. They've got that going for them. Which is something, I guess. It is a vicious cycle of genetic mutilation. Yeah, I think that sums it up nicely. The asteromorphs knew that the Gravitals had value in their ability to thrive in inhospitable environments. They would be stripped of their ability to manipulate gravity, their lifespans would be stunted, and their imagination would be numbed. They were provided with bodies made from nanotechnology that allowed them to constantly remake themselves to accomplish any task that they needed to. They were widespread in the asteromorph empire, but they were still rare, and they were treated with distrust from the species that would rise up in the new empire. Again, fair to distrust that. They did try and, successfully wipe out literally everything. So,
yeah.
Valid.
Then we have the amphicephali. That's how you pronounce that.
All right. I don't like this. Move this. The snake people have another dude coming out of their mouth.
Yeah, they sure do.
But it's a fucked up dude.
It's a dinosaur coming out of a snake mouth.
I mean, yeah, that is pretty much the only description you can give.
Snake eating lizard. Yeah.
While a covenant carrier is in the background.
And the snake has completely dead eyes. So the snake might be dead. The snake might be a host.
Oh, it's got like alien vibes in the whole, like, a little mouth coming out of the big mouth, but it being like a whole other creature coming out of the mouth just makes it way weirder and way more upsetting.
What are you doing in there, little feller?
Peekaboo!
Before long, the asteromorphs would meet something truly alien, an extragalactic species known as the amphicephali. They were both fearful of first contact, but these tensions would be pushed aside, and it would be the first peaceful extragalactic contact the remnants of humanity would make. The history of the amphicephali was similar to that of humanity, facing constant regressions and evolutionary changes over the course of their genetic history. This began a long period of events that are not fully explained. Over an unknown period of time, galaxies would become unified, and the Q would be encountered yet again, but would be defeated. Of these events, the most significant in the eyes of the individual writing the story was the rediscovery of the planet Earth. Many of the post-humans would view the rediscovery of this planet as nothing more than a snippet of trivia with little to no consequence, but the author would find the return of life on planet Earth after 560 million years to be monumental. And for our last picture, we have a picture of the author.
Yeah, He's a
weird.
Well, you know what? He's a learned fella. He wrote the book. Good for him.
Yep. He survived the whole time.
Also, that skull did too. Kind of impressed the skull survived. That's just a people skull. Like, normal
ass
Homo
skull.
sapiens. I was really secretly hoping that the author was just going to be like some dude in cryo sleep who just woke up and was like, what do you mean that's a human being?
It was all a dream. Clockwork face rabbit in a suit with tentacle arm holding human skull.
Yeah,
honestly,
that'll do, Shy. That'll do. That's a good description of it. Yeah. Huh.
Good on you, author. Good on you.
Yeah, good on you for documenting all that
I'm
guess.
excited to see the sequel where you find new and horrible ways to mutate each other, and then the two come or something.
Yeah. I'm glad we
Well-
got back to the queue, because I was about to be like, are the asteromorphs evolved enough to take them on now?
Apparently,
Oh,
yes.
The answer is
wiped them
yes.
out.
They absolutely are, and they fucked their shit up.
Good.
Wholly
Fuck 'em.
deserved.
Yeah.
The author of this story ends with a revelation. The entirety of post-humanity has been dead for 1 billion years for reasons completely unknown.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Lovely.
never mind.
Lovely.
Never
You know,
mind.
It all
So
sucks
that's
again.
that completely unrelated alien. He just looks like that.
Completely unrelated reasons.
Oh God! That's what a line. The author's fascination with humanity is sort of spurred on from humanity's seemingly resilient nature. The story of humanity was not about wars or abstract ideals, but about its life and its survival. The story he wrote is something of a best approximation of the events that had occurred billions of years prior, but he views the story of humanity as something truly inspiring. Their existence was temporary but impactful, and all those who read this should view this as a blueprint on how to live their own lives. And this is the one and only quote right at the end, and you can do the honest, DK.
Even now, it is sickeningly easy for beings to get lost in false grand narratives, living out completely driven lives in pursuit of non-existent codes, ideals, climaxes, and golden ages, and blindly thinking that their stories serve absolute ends. Such creatures almost always end up harming themselves, if not those around them. To those like the misguided, look at the story of man and come to your senses. It is not the destination, but the trip that matters. What you do today influences tomorrow, not the other way around. Love today and seize all tomorrows.
Nice.
Oh, nice, yeah. Finally
I love
got the title drop.
You know,
the inspiring message at the end of
in
billions of years of pain and misery.
It's a
You know,
fair message, though, to be.
in a really messed up, awful way, it does end on an almost high note.
Yeah, that's a solid message.
And all it costed was 50 million, hundreds of millions of years of incredible genetic suffering and a machine uprising and several different races of basically gods
And
vengeful
intergalactic
gods.
extinction.
And then also they just somehow vanished.
Yeah, author, who's the only one left, survived. What's the unrelated event? Author, who's telling us all about this.
Yes, and then they all
in a super galactic being.
they all definitely died of unknown causes, and we don't know what happened. Please ignore these records.
And this human skull I'm holding.
Yeah.
And ignore the fact that I've been alive for all of this 500 million year trilogy. Or expedition.
To be fair, I think the author has been like researching it as opposed to being all the way through it.
Oh,
If he
okay.
was, that would be
he's an archaeologist.
I was kind of reading it as like the author was like a super being that was just like, yeah, I just got tired of all this bullshit and I finally decided to wipe everyone out. And
he's actually a Q.
Yeah, he was like he's a Q that was actually evolving the whole time.
So there we go. That is all tomorrow's. And look, no matter how bad things are, could be worse. You could be a living brick used as a filtration system whilst also being fully sentient.
And you could
Nothing's ever going to be that bad.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty, maybe life ain't so bad. And also, I could be the guy who moves by farting out of my prolapse. So again, hey.
Yeah, but hey, after all that, you evolve into a mega god. So
I wish the machine people won.
There we go. That's the takeaway from all tomorrow's. The machine people should have won.
I don't care about tomorrow. I don't care about the morals. Glory to the machine.
Damn, asteromorph, that's a god tier prolapse.
Oh, God.
I don't like the word of the day. I really don't like the word of the day. I don't like any of what I've seen today. This is horrific.
Oh, man. I'm assuming we are done.
We are.
Kirioth, would you like to take us away?
Oh, hang on.
Oh. Writer Kosemen stated in 2021 that though the books had grown popular, he had almost disowned All Tomorrows, finding parts of it a bit cringy. He since changed his mind and is currently working on an expanded version of the book with almost 300 pages, and it is still a work in progress.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Good. How long is the original, by the way? How long is, this one?
Oh, you know what? I'm not sure on page length. I thought you were going to say how long we've been recording, and that's been a solid
that's been a
2
minute.
hours.
300 pages worth of recording, yeah?
I'm imagining I'm just doubling the size of the book. You want to see some real fucked up stuff?
Oh, God, it is double the size.
Oh, my God.
No.
Oh, wow. I mean, you could expand on the ascended asteromorphs wiping out the queue.
Yeah.
And having a nice little bit of vindication there.
We definitely need more information on the 40 million year prolapse. That's 100% what we need.
No,
not the 40 million year prolapse.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
man.
I do not want to pass go. This is top 3 settings I don't want to be in. I hate this.
Oh, yeah, I would not want to be in this setting.
Prolapse history takes up at least 100 pages.
Oh,
it's
no.
vital.
It's vital. Oh, no. Oh, God. What a day.
I feel somewhat beaten down by this now.
I don't want to be beaten down by a prolapse.
No.
Thanks for listening.
Question mark?
I'm going to go have a stiff drink.
See you next week, or whenever we do another one of these. Do we have a schedule? I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. See you next time.